Hi, I'm Craig. Do you have a move to Norfolk in your future? Let's spend a few minutes. We'll talk about the cities in the area and see if maybe Norfolk is the right one for you. So first, I'm going to make the assumption that you're going to be working in the city of Norfolk. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to have to cross a river or a bridge or a tunnel every time you're going to and from work? There's a lot of bridges and tunnels in the area. There's the HRBT, the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, the Monitor Merrimack Bridge Tunnel, the James River Bridge, the Berkeley Bridge, the Jordan Bridge, the High Rise Bridge, the Downtown Tunnel, and the Midtown Tunnel. And some of those have tolls. So we all have our own standard of what's bad traffic. It depends where you grew up, where you're from. You know, you compare Southern California to Hampton Roads, they're not really the same. Southern California traffic can be absolutely soul-crushing. So it can be the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon in the summertime. It can go both ways. But in general, I'd say that Hampton Roads traffic is somewhat predictable. Before you move here, it's probably not a bad idea to actually test drive the commute from where you plan to live to work. Does it work for you? Is it doable in the long term? So when is the traffic the worst in the area? Well, like I said before, Friday afternoon going to the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, it's going to get backed up. Hey, you know when else? At 6:30 in the morning when you're going into the gate at Naval Station Norfolk and there's already 3 carriers there, well, guess what? You've got about 10,000 of your closest friends that are all trying to hit muster at the exact same time. So guess what? It's going to get backed up at the gate, and no matter how many security guards they have out there, it's still going to slow you down. So plan ahead. On those days, be aware of when the carriers are coming in. Be aware of when everybody else is going to be going to work. Federal holidays are easy, but the rest of the time, show up a little bit early. Maybe go to the gym ahead of time. Do something so that you can manage your commute, because there's really no way around that. And that's the same at pretty much every base, isn't it? Doesn't really matter. It's not unique to Hampton Roads. I think you're going to find, though, that on the highways throughout the area, that the highways are pretty much wide open on weekends and on federal holidays, because there's so many government employees in the area. The last thing to consider is that there's a lot of tolls in the area, and you need to be aware that, you know, that stuff can add up. You know, a toll that's $2.50 going one way, that's not that bad, but that's $5 a day round trip, and that adds up over time. That could be $100 to $150 a month, and you need to make sure that you've budgeted for that when you think about it. So if you're working on the Norfolk side, do you really want to have to commute across a toll, through a tunnel that you have to pay a toll on? Just make sure you're aware. Now, there are some amazing schools in throughout Hampton Roads. And so there's some great public schools throughout the area, and there's a whole bunch of high caliber private schools, both religiously affiliated and not. So there's a lot of great opportunities for you. If you are set on a certain public school system, well, it's going to limit the communities that you can shop in when you're looking for a house to live in. But if you're open to private schools, you can live just about anywhere. All of the 7 cities in the area, they have their own feel and style. So whether you like the walking style of downtown Norfolk or Old Town Portsmouth, or you like to put your toes in the sand down at the ocean front or at the Ocean View beaches, or maybe you want to live out in farm country and not see your neighbors, or tie your boat up to your own private dock so you can go out fishing on the bay. Whatever you do desire, there's going to be a place for you here somewhere. Number 4. What's your style? So do you like the nightlife? Well, maybe you want Norfolk or Virginia Beach. You don't want to see your neighbors? Maybe you want to go to Suffolk, maybe even Chesapeake. You like history? Try Williamsburg. Whenever you decide where to live, you should always consider what you do in your leisure time. Because although it's true that you can just drive to where the fun is, wouldn't it be more fun to have the fun right outside your back door? What a great idea that would be. And number 5, the last thing is, what kind of house do you like? Do you want a contemporary, a cottage, a ranch, maybe a Victorian mansion? Whatever it is, once you've decided on that general area, now we start nailing it down into what kind of house you want to live in. And is that thing of normal age, or has it been recently renovated? Or perhaps it's a fixer-upper and you want to put in your own sweat equity to add it some value. Whatever it is, that's a great time to talk to one of us and see if we can help you find that home that you're going to call your dream home. So there are over a dozen bases in the area. You know, there's Norfolk Naval Station, NAS Oceana, Little Creek, Dam Neck, Fort Story, NSA Hampton Roads, Chesapeake Brig, Norfolk Naval Shipyard, Portsmouth Naval Hospital, Joint Staff, Suffolk Naval Weapons Station, Yorktown, Langley Air Force Base, Fentress Airfield, Newport News Shipbuilding. There's military everywhere around here. And there are also 7 major cities here in Hampton Roads. Virginia Beach is the largest city in the state of Virginia. With over 500,000 people, it's also the home to NAS Oceana. You got miles and miles of beaches and a lot to do and a lot of nightlife. Next up is Norfolk with 250,000 people, and it's the arts and cultural hub of the area. Lots to do, 2 universities, and also the home to the world's largest naval base, Naval Station Norfolk. Third on the list is Chesapeake, also with 250,000 people, and it's basically suburban living at its finest. When you're living out there, you're going to have old established neighborhoods as well as a whole bunch of new construction, shopping, restaurants. It's pretty much everything you need right there in the city of Chesapeake. As you move further out, if you want to go out into the city of Suffolk, well, now that's where you can go out. If you want to go buy some farmland, maybe have some horses, Suffolk is the place that you probably want to consider. The smallest of the cities, centrally located in the region, is Portsmouth. Portsmouth, the home to the Norfolk Naval Shipyard, which has been around since before the Civil War. If you like the Old Town feel, you definitely need to go check out Old Town Portsmouth. Going across the river, you've got Hampton, Newport News. You get up there, you're looking at Langley Air Force Base or Newport News Ship. Moving to Hampton Roads, and Norfolk in particular, is exciting. We have experienced agents who are experts in all the different areas of the region. We would love to show you around and help you narrow down your list. Call us today and see what we can do to help you.